Okay, here we are again. I didn't realize there hadn't been a brew review since Sunday over on the backup channel. My apologies. So I am once again going with the Samsung S24 Triple Plus, and I'm running the mic, and the only setting is I switched it over to mono, so hopefully you headphone wearers are hearing me through both channels. So what are we looking at? Well, I guess it'd be good if I actually finished my shit. Sorry, my bad. Maybe I should just start over. Let's see. Throwback Thursdays. So get rid of all these, add all these, and then boom. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where time went. Technically, I shouldn't have been here to have this video. My plan was to be on the road. Be on the road this morning. Off I go to another state, far away. But that the whole storm of the century thing kind of put a kibosh on that. So we're going to be looking at Peach Mango from United Art. It is a gluten-free smoothie, 'cause I care about the gluten part. I mean, I guess you don't want to be shooting no gluten. Oh, I forgot to give it a little tussle. Let's see. Let me do that. And unlike last time, I don't have to keep leaning in because talk about old school. Got the old camera aimed at the back of that camera so I could see you guys on the monitor to make sure that it's still recording. Now, as long as this is doing what it's supposed to. Okay, so it definitely looks like orange juice with bubbles. It smells like a combination of peach and mango. That checks. Oh, I never found an alcohol percentage. Like, I get peach first, but maybe it's because I know it's in there. Contains 23% juice. Isn't that more than what some orange juice companies put in the orange juice that you pay $10 for? Oh, and it's a 6%er. That's very respectable for something like this. Usually Drecker is one of the only ones I know that can actually pull off some alcohol on something that's a sour or a smoothie or something like that. So it smells fantastic. Cheers. And it tastes really good too. Another one of those. It's got alcohol. Are you drinking something with alcohol? No, man, no. Try it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry I blamed you. Yeah, I don't know. My first stop, my first stop up in northern New York is they're supposed to get possibly 14 inches of snow by Sunday. Bitter cold. We're next Monday is just supposed to be like, I think if you break down, you'll die within like 15 seconds of your engine shutting off. So I got that to look forward to. So I'm getting everything all packed. I have at least 2 stops before I get to the final destination of 1 month up in Maine. Taking everything with. I had everything all packed and ready to go, and for the life of me, I have no idea what the hell has been going on all week, that here we are, and I'm like, are we sure? Are we sure that I didn't actually do another video? But I guess for the fact that, I'll leave these there for a second. The fact that, I've only had one video where I got to try out the lapel mic, and that was on the backup channel. I'm like, holy crap. Apologize. Normally, you guys are probably searching all the backup channels. Now what do you do? I've just been busy, and I thought I would be literally on the road this morning. And if that didn't work, see, now there was a small window of get on the road early this morning, somewhere between like 3 and 4 a.m. And I possibly could have been to my first stop before the weather even sets in. But when my mission isn't life or death, why turn it into a possibility of life or death? So plan is leave very early on Monday morning, unless destinations 1 and 2 are telling me that this is a bad idea. Bad idea. And I took a lot of grief, took a shit ton of grief from Christine, but in 1 month, from the time I get to Maine, 1 month later, I am fully planning, and I'm fully planning on doing an overnighter. I've already been given the accommodations to stay with Smile Money. And, if we could get together with, me, Smile Money, Pete, and Kev Dog. I know Kev Dog is the greatest drive. So I don't know. Besides that, personally, I just like to right past his place. Look something like that. But yeah, again, I've already told the story, but all those people that were like, you literally were within like 20 minutes of, hey, I tell you, how about this one? You know who bitched not at all was the person whose driveway I passed. Evidently, it won't happen because I am going into New York before I go north. But if I was just going from Minnesota to Maine, I literally drove past the mailbox for NIHAP. And all he said is, when you went there, if I was at the end of my driveway, I would have been able to see you go by. That's how close you got to me. And then, of course, there was the one, I won't mention any names, that evidently ended a relationship over the fact that I didn't stop. The goal was to get in the goddamn car and make it from Duluth to Jerry's without having to buy a hotel room. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done, and I really, really hope, unless, cocaine and Roadhead, McLean turned me down from going with, though, that I won't do that. I mean, at a bare minimum, if I start to feel like I need to roll my fingers up in the window of the vehicle or stick my head out like a puppy dog and see if my tongue can immediately freeze dry to the side of my face, I will pull into a wayside rest, see if Joey's there, and take like a 2-hour nap or something, and then hit the road again. But now, on the way home, if I go from Maine to PA and then stay overnight, do the dinner thing, stay overnight, and then hit the road. I mean, I realize I should be in a hurry, but it seems like lately I get people like calling and wanting, like, just, it's been 3 days now. I got your number from Nathan, a friend of mine. He said that, and I'm wondering how much you charge to refinish flooring. I need to see it. I mean, I guess I could just throw out $8 a square foot, but that's not going to be fair if your flooring looks like my customer, Caitlin, that I'm waiting to start on hers, because her floor was done professionally within the last, say, 5 to 7 years. So that shit's easy. New products, they actually put an additive in it so that when you sand, it dusts. Old stuff like old polyurethane, even new polyurethane will dust, but old polyurethane, and especially varnish, nah, that just turns into a gummy bear. And when you're looking at $16 for one 16 grit belt for my drum sander, and you can literally lower the head, walk to the foot of my basement stairs and back up, and that piece is already shot. That is not a $4 a square foot job. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, Smile Money said, cheers, clubbers. That was on the Tiramisu Imperial Stout from Southern Tier. That was really good. First in, Cobra saying D10. And EMT says, near, far, wherever you are. D10. D10 is a hit. Rich says, if you return home across Ohio on I-70, you will be within 8 minutes of my home. Rich, I will take a screenshot of my path, because one of the things that I was kicking around, and if I forget to say something and you hear it here first, then I have failed. But I was thinking just like the same exact procedure that NIHAP did when I don't remember if he said when he came to Minnesota or left, but I was hypothetically thinking about Monday morning, leaving early on Monday morning, and actually just, maybe either hang out with you and grabbing some shut-eye, or hang out with you and hit the road early Tuesday morning. So I will try to, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. I think I'm on I-70. I can't, that's the only thing with using this. If I used one of my older phones, I would still have, say, that thing called a phone. Oh, sorry. Got me an eye booger. Cobra says, put a pack of beer out on the porch. She might stop for a little top up. Yeah. 0.07. Time for a little top off. Smart Money says, some states limit blade length on a carry knife, so I say keep it to a minimum. Ohio and Rhode Island are two you will probably encounter during your travel. I'll have to look. I realize with a lot of stuff that will be happening, my I don't give a shit still doesn't stop you from having to call NIHAP for bail money. Sub-comment Wade says, as long as you don't try to conceal a big blade, there's no problem. I routinely carry a cold steel Loretto Bowie during hunting seasons. And Smile Money says, I hear you, but Eric has deep pocket carry clips. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the machete. And Smile Money, glad you can see what you're seeing. If you're seeing something you were not seeing, that would be an hallucination. A hallucination. Cobra says, if you say that backwards 3 times, Matt will appear. Let's not do that. Wade, I'm moving more libertarian, still very conservative, but as long as you're working, contributing to America's future, not wherever you came from, America for Americans, now and forever. Sub-comment from Smile Money, and then I'll add my 2 cents. Agreed. You must logically address the need for immigration or immigrants and how many. Sure, we should assist in the world with true humanitarian that's cool. Catastrophes. So what am I looking at on that front? I don't know about that front. Sorry. The liberals strive for years to control our population to save the planet. Our resources, they stated, were limited. I agree. So, all those people that say, you don't represent Americans when you sound all racist and you say what you say. Oh, really? Try using a brain, which evidently the fucking libtards don't do here in the state of Minnesota. You see some of the interviews with these people, and they're like going, well, what about all the fraud? Well, I think that's all a lie. That's all those mega people. They're making up the lie about the fraud. I'm just like, you are the stupidest piece of shit I have ever heard. You don't even deserve oxygen. Here, dumb fuck, go hold this sign. No fraud. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You know why? Once again, that's because our media is just an extension of the Democratic Party. And by God's sakes, they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know that ICE is only rounding up illegal immigrants and getting them the hell out of our country. So if you're so stupid that you think that, all of a sudden, I'm listening to Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins, and there's a woman that is basically doing, these women are doing, there was multiple ones. I just got a chance to hear one, end of life videos. She's planning on going down to protest. She says that she is not going to get in their faces. She's not going to be an agitator. She's not going to follow them around. She's just going to be standing there holding her sign, and she's leaving this video for if she is murdered by ICE. You can't make this up. These people are so retarded that they honestly don't deserve oxygen. Like I said, why don't we find, everyone with obsession with Greenland right now, why don't we find some place for all of these stupid, retarded, libtard Democrats to go, you go run your place, and then we'll see exactly how quickly you go to shit versus, especially if they're going to invite in all these towel head, Somali pieces of shit that have no intentions. They have no intentions on melding in to becoming proud Americans. They are here to, in Minnesota especially, and now in Maine. And I'm sure when we start looking into it, it's going to start happening all over the place. But because it's same business owner, all these people are doing is everything they can to conquer, and now billions of dollars. When this is all over, if the number is less than 10 billion, I will be shocked. But of course, us mega people are just making that up. Oh, Johnny Concho, if you are hearing me say this, I so desperately, I am probably going to be hitting the road on Monday wearing your Border Patrol hat that you gave me. So, this is I mean, back when I said shit and people said, that's never gonna happen. It probably ever, but it definitely won't happen in our lifetime. Yet, we have gone so far beyond that. You can't even make this up. I stand and scratch my head when you see the interviews with these completely retards. It's like, oh, I gotta put a video out here apologizing for everything that ever happened in the past with my mother because ICE is gonna murder me when I'm out today. You are stupid. You are so stupid you can't be reached. Smile Money says first. Then Mr. 27 says nice. Then Smile Money says I was in it to win it tonight. Mr. 27 says good, and Smile Money, or Bad says nice work, Smile Money. So did I not hit the right sort by button? Because according to I stand corrected. I hit the most relevant and not the first. Okay, let me go back down to the bottom here and realize that I probably just, I don't even know what comments I even read. Oh, and because I clicked that Smile Money, now I can't prove it because your comment's gone, but since I don't see it, you were definitely at the bottom of the pile. Rich says cheers all. Bad says cheers Rich. Then McLean says I'm nervous. This feels wrong. Well, pull the stick out of your ass and see how you feel. It's like drinking dessert. Smile Money. We saw another angle of your basement on Locked and Loaded and blew the whole illusion. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that was that way. Smile Money. The sound is like you're talking on a phone. It is clear, but it is like you are not in your basement. Different. Yeah, because it's so localized, I have it set to minimal noise reduction. What would be interesting, but possibly a fail, because Cobra would be the first to point it out. Right now, noise reduction is set to low, or to weak. It's not off, it's set to weak. But my boiler, and I guess I don't have it turned enough, but my boiler, the gas line that runs to the boiler is coming down right here. There you go. My good level, which, see how much I use that since been a pipe fitter. These are expensive. I mean, I don't think you can get, this level for less than $50. And you don't even want to know what this guy costs, because this one has the special base just for doing pipe, laying some pipe, and it also has a laser in it, which I didn't use this particular laser a lot for doing hanging sprinkler pipe, but I was just double checking. I learned the hard way once when I had to drill the batteries out of it. But these checkpoint levels are very good, and unfortunately, I would probably get more use out of it if I actually say put it in the van with the rest of my tools, because right here, this one does see a lot of action when I'm doing scopes. So, noise reduction with the boiler right here, that would be interesting. Maybe one time I might have to let it happen. Well, I guess if it turns on, it's more than likely going to be turning on, because I did not shut it off. And right now, as we as we speak. It is negative 13 without the wind chill. With the wind chill, it is negative 27 as we speak. And that is not the worst that I've seen so far today. As a matter of fact, I was out working on the van. I got the heat back on, and the van put a new blower motor in it. Tomorrow the resistor pack is showing up, but I don't need it. But it was only $21 off of Amazon versus 80 something down at the auto parts store, and the one that actually has the best prices. Here's how I figure it with my life. If I would have just ordered the blower motor, made a prediction, it still wouldn't have worked. But because I purchased both and I don't need it, of course, I don't need it. Things have changed, though. The resistor pack in a 2013 Chevy Express is digital or circuit board. Now on my Plymouth Duster that I had, that was literally a steel box, and when you opened it up, it had three settings. Four: off, low, medium, and high. And when you took it all apart, there was actually looked like heating elements. That's what the resistors were. The resistors. So there was a short one. And that was when the switch was in low. Maybe it was the other way. Short one for high, medium one for medium, and the longest one for the lowest setting, the most resistance, giving the less power, going to the blower motor. But it was just the blower motor. And I actually spent more time trying to find a goddamn socket, because it wasn't a 1/4 inch, and it wasn't a 7 millimeter, 6 millimeter, or 5 millimeter. It was a 7/32. Really Chevrolet. A 7/32. I mean, that is such a common socket. Thankfully, I had one. It was not in any of my tool in my sockets out in the garage. I don't want to talk about that. If the toolbox fell over, it'd probably be more organized than it actually is. But I had a socket set that I've had down here, and so I spent the most amount of time trying to find the socket. I spent the second most amount of time trying to open the hood, because evidently the cable is stretched to the point where it won't do anything, even though when I grabbed a pair of pliers under the hood and pulled, and I thought I heard a click, it still never opened the thing. I eventually just had to take the screwdriver and reach through the front grill and get it to open. I mean, that's not a shock to me. I always joked that I have never had a Chevrolet service vehicle, van or a truck, that the hood release actually worked right. Good job, Chevrolet. Of all of the things you would think you could screw up, opening the hood seems to be the most difficult for Chevrolet. That's nice. Mr. 27 says he's 8th. Then he says, brew balmy, brew babes, brew jugs, beer, and whiskey. Well, that day, yes, sir. Today is Thursday, which is Throwback Thursday. I also really like that. Mr. 27 says, basement cowbell pops. Do it, brew balmy, sir. Maybe in Maine, we might try a shotgun pop on a cowbell in the basement. Miss 27, these are videos of the Brew Balmy Club show to boldly test new brews and whiskeys for you, so you don't have to do it. Yes, I'll do it for you. Like Joey's sister. Multi-Gunman says, on time, Captain. Pass the whiskey. Okay. Miss 27 says, what kind of whiskey? The stuff that's spelt wrong. Haven't you figured that out by now, Miss 27? Klein says the sound is good. It's like you're talking in my ear. Yeah, McLean. I love you. So money. Maybe the home show was businesses that need flooring subcontractors. Schmoozing with them and handing out cards might be useful, while also observing how other businesses use the space to draw in customers. Cobra says, bring a bouncy castle. Smile Money says to Cobra, then demonstrate using your floor sander while doing backflips. See, now it's not funny that you say that, but the thing is I started thinking about that going, it almost makes more sense to get a shit ton of business cards, especially maybe some more from John and Marcus before the home show, and instead of having a booth, literally walk around to businesses that likely would experience, like some of the smaller contractors or even some of the bigger contractors. Just let them know if you have some hardwood flooring, or maybe even you have a situation where you're looking for a temp for the week, for doing something that I'm already comfortable doing. If I'm not doing something else, why not? As opposed to spending over $800 just to sit with a couple of 4x4. I mean, I've done the home shows before. I helped back when when Riverside Flooring did home shows, and Al's already offered to give me Riverside's 4x4 wood samples. So you've got white oak, red oak, maple, beech, birch, and they're usually in fours. So you have an amber sealant on one side, a light Bonachemi sealant on the other, and then this way they have a natural, so there's no stain, and then a lighter stain. Some of them might even have two samples, two more colors, the most common colors. But versus just walking around and trying to establish connections. Smile Money says, set up a temp daycare for the show, for the government money. I mean the kids. The Minnesota Waltz way. Then Cobra says, 454 bounce and more. Jesus God. Smile Money. You can't possess hollow points in New Jersey nor normal magazines, and it is a crime. The other reason reciprocating nationwide is needed. Yes. No, I'm fully aware that I don't plan on being in Jersey, but I know at least two communist shithole states, Democrat owned. It's kind of funny. Everywhere that's managed by Democrats is just a shithole state. Illinois, Illinois. Christine was so against us having anything to do with that shithole state that when we went to Maine last time, we actually went through the upper UP. That way adds a little bit of time unless you follow the straight path through Canada, and there is absolutely no way I am making it through customs coming in and then customs coming out with my itinerary, we'll just say, that I'll have with me. So I am probably, unfortunately, going to have to dip down through the southern pass of hell, which will at least put me going past Rich's place. Poco says sound needs work. Well, this is as much work as you're gonna get. Poco says if you have a Fire Stick, you can plug it into a small monitor, then screen mirror it. Or you can just set your camera up. Well, here's your, where am I? 35 minutes in where I can listen to this and see. Okay, I have no idea what just happened right there. With the almost negative 30 degrees, I hope whatever just happened is not a forever deal. Okay. I'm just going to assume that this is loud enough that it's annoying, and I will have to change this, and then remember to undo this. Oh God. Hang on. I put more shit in the way to get to the master. I need a pokey thing. No volunteers, McLean. Truly wonder how this sounds right now. You know what I wonder? Of course, can I go to the app for the mic and change it to the most noise reduction? This is all a learning curve. You know what's good for you guys is if this sucks, the first 2 hours tonight are totally free. I am not even thinking about charging. Where's the button? Right here? Okay. Okay, this is a bunch of shit. I have no idea. Where I was other than 1 minute. I was, see, if I didn't have the camera set up back there. So, I'm going to go back. J-Dog says, here at home is currently negative 5 degrees at 1:50 a.m. Wade said the sound quality is good, but only on my left ear. There's also a noticeable delay between watching your mouth move and hearing you talk. Not much of one, but it's noticeable. I guess it's the Bluetooth connection. Well, Wade, I think that it's more you, so Wade, I couldn't travel for work anymore. I did it for years. Nowadays, I'm too old and too mean. I can't tolerate stupid like I used to. And I don't need to go to prison. Yeah, you know what this means? Because the fucking camera shut off, I can't do this as a one-up straight to YouTube. I now have to edit this. Disappointed. Yeah. Joey says, Mike sounds good. Cobra says, there's brown on your nose. Hemp Seed Addict says, cha-cha-cha. EMT, so Mike got the carrier? I had him as getting the girl with the 4 poles. Mike says, you can have the win if you want. I'm just calling shit on the fly. Mike got the carrier? No? As of right now, there's still afloat. EMT says, I'm not playing to win, I'm just playing for fun and giving my prizes back to something bigger for the channel if I do win. I must have either misheard or shot or mismarked it. Mike says to EMT, it's all good, my brother. It's all for the fun and messing with Eric. Cheers. I have no idea what either one of the two of you are talking about, but the carrier is still not sunk. EMT, H4 and toot toot. And Cobra says, and poot poot. H4 is a miss. Sa. H. Ow. Okay. Try that again. EMT, when I mention you just driving by, I'm just ball busting you. I know. ATF is about 30 miles away from me, and ATF is 30 miles away from him, and Big Doug, 6'8", is just into Ohio from PA on that half of the state. I don't know of anyone else in WPA. Is that wussy? Brad, maybe someday I'll make a video of my collection. I know that I spent way too much money. Oh, Brad, I know the feeling. When you call your insurance agent and he says, what are we talking about? And you give him a little estimate and he's like, yeah, you can't afford that. Joey, E10. Cobra says miss. E10 is a hit. And the carrier is now sunk with whatever was going on between Keb Doug and Mike. Mike sunk the battleship, not the carrier. The carrier was E, F, G, and H2. Now Joey, is this like the first time ever, Joey? 2, 5, Joey. Oh, you know what would be nice if between now and Sunday's show, if there is one, that you guys can find the other 2 ships and Colonel Mustard so that I can clean the board, shut it, and bring it with me. So I'm guessing John does not have the travel board yet. That was cool. I like that. Okay, back to that whole whiskey thing. You know what? I'm awesome, and I deserve it. I think I'm going to call this an end to the bottle of Fable. And trust me, I've been putting it off because it's so scrumptious. But if I do this, at least I don't have to share it. I know, I'm terrible. What should we put it in? I'm going to go with my... This is a sad one. This reminds me a lot of the Johnny Walker blue label. This would have been one of those win the lottery and get the entire collection, all the chapters. So, Multi-Gunman, when you say whiskey, you have said whiskey this evening. It's kind of like Octomore, but completely different. As far as the Octomore goes, there's only 2 bottles of that left too. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Bohemian Hunting Club. 2 thumbs up, and I'll call that four glasses of beer. You, my friend, you are an animal. And I thank you for at least checking out some of the video. I have absolutely no ill thoughts to someone that cannot hang out the whole time. Again, I don't know why that shut down, but I'm certainly glad that I had the dual setup there, so I knew that it happened. Otherwise, this whole night would have been very, very short and kind of missing some stuff, like for instance the carrier going down. Mr. 27, so rewatching this, and now there's no sound. Did you make YouTube angry, Mr. Burbomi? Last time I checked, there was sound. I could walk around with a bunch of business cards and You're in California. I'm sorry, you're only able to watch a video one time before you get a surcharge. That's the other thing. How does this whole toll thing, how does that work? Do I have to have money with me, or do I just do it like last time and I just wait till the bill shows up? It was going to Maine and back, it was $9.25. That was the total amount that I got charged. Why slow down and even give a shit when that's the case? That, and I don't know if I'm going to have cash with me. It's my money. I just checked in for comments, and it sounds the same. Now he didn't load to Rumble. Oh. Really? Okay. Yeah, you are right. Huh. It's almost like there's alcohol involved. So you were talking about knives, and whatever I just had for a second popped up, and it said felony, and it was showing a buck knife. This 27 says, that's weird. Cobra says, only sound in one ear if you're using headphones. It's my money to Cobra. Is in both for me, but one is at a lower volume. That's what I noticed. That through the stereo upstairs, through the Bose system on the home computer, it seemed louder. I think it was on the left side. Cobra, that's what she said. Din, do a skull schwat. Okay. Then, again, I've said this before. Anytime you are in the neck of the woods, you always have a customary invite to the happiness known as my house. Take that with me. And as the full disclosure goes, the good skull, the Dan Aykroyd's brand, this is not whiskey. This was an entire bottle of the squirrel, the peanut butter. So this is what remains of, I think this was the worst of the rest. Want to call it that? It's not a bad skull. I mean, compared to Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull, this is like this would be a one and done. I bet you I could easily drop. I might even be able to drop the Crystal Skull to the cement from, say, 3 feet. This one, I know it would not survive to the workout mat material that I have here, but it's and then I think you stayed the last time, I believe. I think we came to the conclusion that me, you, and alcohol, the best that could happen for you is not even plan on going home that evening. It's just best to ride it out and hang. Cheers. Yeah, it's not good. I was gonna say it's not terrible. It's not good. Yeah, I had a busy day today. I completely cleaned and fixed our burr mill grinder. It's a Cuisinart, and it stopped working. Basically, it's got a safety so that it won't allow you to grind beans if the plastic container, the catch container, is not in place. Then I completely cleaned and deloused the ice maker upstairs. I'm not going to be here for a month. Girls' party is going to happen between now and then. Ice. I see what my ice maker looks like, and I'm like, if it looks bad, I clean it. Can you imagine what these ice makers at like hotels and McDonald's? I mean, I don't need to freak you out, but just think about that. Cobra, taking a break from doom scrolling to post this, I found something you and read more. Dick. I mean, love you. Subcomment. Then, in reference to Smile Money, proposition to have a way to keep the illegals that are hard workers. For one, if they are good, honest, hard-working, filling out a visa application should be doable for them. For two, now do you prevent repeating the cycle, just the mass granting amnesty after every time someone gets in the office and doesn't feel like enforcing the border once they've been here for years? If you can't have accountability for the administrators which deliberately refuse to enforce the laws, at least you could enforce them of some of the criminals that are violating them. And maybe that would work to stem the tide in the future. I could propose some sort of a fast-track visa application or allow them to stay while it's pending for people with good work history or something. But when you have the mass backlog / delays from the Biden administration failures, they probably aren't currently capable of implementing such a system. Cobra says, holy novel Batman. You're the one that just put read more button that didn't read more, so you were almost like a dick tease. At least his read more button actually read more. Scratch all that because I am not defending the read more button. Cobra, Smile Money. Well, you pointed out who is to blame. That is where we need to go. The politicians are allowed to continue to allow federal laws to be broken. There's a read more button on this one too. I'm happy. Public needs not have the stomach to deport friends, neighbors, employees. Failure to just keep what is currently being advised. The worst of the worst being the target. I feel we will lose in the midterms. We need to be in this for the long haul. Yeah, and once again, Smile Money, you're probably right, because it's all based on lies and the fact that the masses, especially the either the people in the middle or the libtards, everything they know is a lie. Everything they've been told is a lie. And I hope Trump came out the other day and he basically just said, you know what? The only people going home are the criminals. And I agree. I don't have a problem. Let's just say that Smile Money's gardener is an illegal. This man has ties to family here, has no criminal background, has established himself to be a hard worker. I say we do what we need to do for him to go through the process and continue to work. I mean, I guess the question is do you want to be an American and be proud to be an American? And here's the paperwork. Let's get this going. Because if not, we will put you on a plane and fly your ass home. See, these people I don't have a problem with. But anybody that has a half a brain and sees what's going on, especially with these Somali pieces of shit, there is no path forward in their brains. This is to conquer and take over America. They are stealing money from Americans. And if you don't want to say Americans, they're stealing, well, we are, but they're stealing money from Minnesotans and they're shipping it back to cover. It's all going to Somalia. I mean, not to mention these people are just low IQ people in the first place. I mean, this is what happens when you inbreed for generations. Again, feel free to fact check that one because I've actually seen multiple videos on that. So either there's some truth or they're all wrong. I'm just doing this to, yeah, I gotta wash out the glass. Even though a peach mango Castle Danger cream ale actually doesn't sound all that bad. Before I forget and we move on, shorted it. I knew it when it came off my fingertips. United Arts peach mango gluten-free smoothie weighing in at 6%. Very, very drinkable. Not overly sweet. Not overly even smoothie. But definitely tasty. 6%. I don't even think a lightweight would say, "Ooh, this is alcohol or boozy." It's not. It's very, very buried in there. I like this a lot, man. I'd on the regular old E scale, I'd give this a 9. Bad, Captain. You plan to donate to the GoFundMe that the Smalley Pirates running? What? You're not signed in? Shut up. Running after being arrested by ICE? Yeah. I'll donate a nice set of lead boots and take them on a fishing tour out in Lake Superior. Right now, we could drive them out there and make some holes. Bad. Rumor has it, when he was in jail, he asked for a soda, and they asked him if he wanted ice with it. Cobra, checking in for a travel update. I heard you've been driving past people's houses again without stopping. Is that true? Not yet. Might be able to do one from the road. Maybe just do some live, like looking at, well, see, I'm planning on stopping at Rich's. So Rich says, oh, on the refresh. Hang on, I'm going to have to refresh again to get the actual time. Cobra had the last comment. Rich, 47 minutes ago, says, cheers, clubbers. Smile Money says, hey, you're doing a review. Nice. Are you leader of the forum? Cheers, clubbers. Of this forum, yes. Bad says, howdy, clevers. Bad, howdy. And since this was on the backup channel, wow, man, she had nice chesticles. I mean, is it just me, or that be some fondling heaven? Sorry. I guess I can't go over to the Rumble account because I forgot to upload it over there. Huh. The new Bugatti Veyron. Sorry, I digress. Okay, I'm going to take that with me. I did not put out a 10mm or any pistol, as a matter of fact. Well, I have a 10mm on me. Kind of bummed out. Again, I'm going to say this because all of us, how is it that some company, see, this is where I always fall short with Olight, is their overall customer service, or even how is it that you would establish an account with somebody, send them products, and then out of the blue just go, we just, decided to stop sending you stuff? I mean, especially since now, if you actually look at the shorts, you want to look at McLean, you want to look at my shorts. Yeah, it looks like maybe I can work some overtime up at Mr. Solar's place. I really want to get the XR. I want the XR exclusively for this guy. I mean, I attempted to order the right plate. Unfortunately, I ordered the wrong plate, but I should eventually have the right plate, so that, because the Olight, at least most of the Olight stuff is RMR footprinted, and that's the plate that I tried to order. So let's check this one more time, and then we're going to giddy up because it's already 7 p.m. Central my time. That's it. That is it. Cheers, and I guess I'm gonna go edit this, and hopefully Corel won't have a problem, because usually the bit rate of this camera is a heck of a lot more than the one behind it. But Okay, we will, tomorrow. Maybe see you tomorrow. Cheers. Gonna give you a reach around.